The Charles Lang Freer House was originally at 33 East Ferry Avenue and is now at 71 East Ferry Avenue, located on Wayne State University's campus in Detroit. In 1887, Freer and Hecker purchased adjoining plots of land off Ferry Avenue in a fashionable neighborhood not too far from their plant. In comparison to Hecker's elaborate house, Freer wanted something more modest and simple, as he was living alone and would entertain a small number of friends at a time. Freer traveled frequently for work and toured neighborhoods to find inspiration for the architecture of his home. He saw a house in Germantown, just outside of Philadelphia, and decided he wanted a similar shingle-style home. He hired Wilson Eyre, the architect of the Philadelphia house, in 1890, and his house was completed in 1892. The house was made from blue limestone from New York, which is now discolored with age, and shingles made of Michigan oak, which was stained to a darker color. The house was expanded to accommodate Freer's growing art collection in 1906, 1910, and 1913. One of these expansions was to accommodate the addition of the Peacock Room to the carriage house. James Abbott McNeill Whistler, the famous artist and Freer's close friend, designed and painted the dining room of Frederick R. Leyland in 1876 in England, and Freer purchased the room in 1904. It was then installed in Freer's carriage house and today is on display in the Freer Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. Despite his growing home and collection, Freer never wished for his house to become a private museum, and he stored much of his collection in a fireproof vault, bringing pieces out one by one to show to guests, following an Eastern practice. After his death in 1919, the majority of his collections were transferred to the Smithsonian. The house has been on the Michigan Registry of Historic Sites since 1970 and the U.S. National Registry of Historic Sites since 1971. When Freer passed away in 1919, his house was purchased by the Merrill Palmer Skillman Institute for Child and Family Development. The school at Freer House opened in 1920 and shortly thereafter opened the second nursery school in the United States. The institute was incorporated into Wayne State University in 1980, of which it is still a part. It is focused on improving well-being in children, youth, and families, the study of child development, and supporting research, education, and outreach programs.